Hi everybody. I thought I would take this opportunity to show a little bit about what I do. At least a day job anyway. Media center and all the other stuff on the off time, but first week in September and kids are back to school and fall season starting, so as you can see I run my own little East Trough thing. So I thought this was a good opportunity to also introduce that I started a new program that'll be on Media Broadcast Center. It's called Walking Your Talk, and it's just going to basically follow my journey along, and hopefully by sharing this I can share some of the experiences of fighting some of the system, and then just some of the personal choices that we have to go through. I hope that will help. It won't be a weekly thing or something. It'll just be more of a blog post up that I'll just keep on adding on to as something's happening. I have mentioned that my first kind of little go is the MTO. So I did file with that yesterday. 3 MTO tickets that of course I'll dispute in regards to this truck. They couldn't quite comprehend that, well, this is my personal conveyance. This is my personal property in here, and I'm traveling from one place to another. So either way, the tickets got wrote and all that stuff. So the first battle will be on with them. I filed again with those yesterday, and it's 6 to 8 weeks to get notified of a trial date. So I'm sure that's going to be 4 or 6 weeks after that. So yeah, we're looking at 4 months from the time you get a ticket to the time you get to a court date at least. So I found that interesting. But one of the reasons I wanted to do this morning as well was this morning having my coffee, I went through the Spaniard on the White Rabbit site. I follow his stuff quite a bit, and he had a very interesting YouTube up stating how the currency, if we could start using it between ourselves and for us to create the new custom of how to operate. So that just really kicked in with me as I was working this morning and through today, that it's exactly what I've been doing, and it's the way that me and this particular customer happened to start talking was this exchange in our value, and it wasn't just money. He has brilliant gardens in the back and fruit trees and all the rest of it, so we traded off some things, and some things as a currency exchange and some things for the future, but it really came down to a lot of what the Spaniard was trying to express was, if we have to use these debt notes, then at least let's keep them in our pocket, stop banking it all together, and be using it as an actual purchasing power and a debt relief between us. It's when it's going into the bank circulation or into the corporations that it's starting to really not filter through, and then we end up in competition over the money again. So I really did like that kind of approach to things. So I encourage people to do that. As far as I go, I'm blessed that I guess I picked up a trade young, and I've basically been doing it all my life. And for whatever the reasons, and I'm sure there's a multitude of it, but our last couple of generations just haven't felt that way. And even for myself, even the last 6-7 years, you just can't find help. And the more guys you talk to, you can't get it. This whole avenue of even trying to apprenticeship with somebody or offer them to teach them a trade and so forth. I mean, I'm hitting up in my years now that I'd love to do nothing but just go and sell my jobs or arrange them and have the next generation or a younger guy actually take over my truck, and I would train him and teach him and give him a trade. I've been doing this since I was 14 and then did on and off for a couple of other things, and then came back to it when I was about 21, and I've been doing it ever since. And I've never been out of work a day in my life, and some leaner times and some tougher times, but never been out of work, and never have been starving. And some of that has to do with my own work ethic and so forth, and my way of doing things. I'm sure that has some effect of it, but it still was a simple foundation of investing in myself. So it took me a few years, but I got my own trough machine and I got my own truck, and I learned my lessons and I learned my knocks along the way, because there was nobody that taught me anything. So I think it's really valuable that for us guys to start reaching out to the generations again, and start teaching, start sharing our knowledge, not only in the trades, but just in any other kind of work, and share our experiences of the hard knocks that we went through. So hopefully, of course, the choice will be up to them, but hopefully they won't make the same mistakes, and give them maybe a little bit easier road. So that's just kind of going to be what I'm doing with this Walking Your Talk. Is every once in a while, as I come across something that I think is affecting me and how I'm operating and how I'm doing things, and making a shift in going along. Like I don't have this registered anymore. It used to be a company. I haven't done that for about 5 years. I just let it lapse. I actually went in yesterday as well. I closed all the bank accounts. I have one operating under a company name, just in case I have to do something. But I actually found out from my credit union yesterday, and I did go back down to a credit union, closed all the other bank accounts about a year ago. That even with that account, I can go in now and make direct bill payments to the teller, so that the 2 or 3 things that I have to pay online, I can do it directly through the teller. I don't even have to put the money into the account. So that was really good. So that's the way I set that up. And so basically the goal, as I was going to say, is I'm going to be doing these little 15, 20 minute or half hour segments on things, and then I'll marry 4 or 5 of them up together, and then I'll post it up in the blogging. I've done a couple right now, so I hope you're going to enjoy them. I hope they do something for you. I hope they help you along a little bit. It won't be just the law stuff. It'll actually be the journey. Just some of the anxieties we go through, and some of the tough choices, and some of the discussions. I'll be, with people's permission, I'll be taping some of the discussions I have with them, and trying to gain some of their knowledge and some of their experience, and be able to share that with you. So I hope this is a kind of a little new way of doing things, and maybe a little different. So I hope you get something out of it. So it's going to be called Walking Your Talk. It'll be on NBC. It'll be on a blog page and on the page for the live stream. And it'll just be added to. So I hope by next Monday we'll have the first one posted up. And we'll just go from there and see how the journey works out. Until then, blessings, and have a beautiful day.